Alright guys, welcome to the part 3 of the course of this custom scripting. In this part 3, there's something I'm particular about and a lot of people ask how do you compute values? Let's say you have this property has a price and at the same time you also have what's it called? You also have these amenities or child items, each of which have its own price. Then how do you calculate the prices such that you, at the end of the after calculating the prices, it gets updated on the main document. Okay, I'll have that this property generically worth 100,000. Then each of these amenities added has its own price. Then you sum up all the amenities, add it to the generic price to give the grand total. And at the same time, if there is a discount, you want to make sure that that discount is applied to the computation. How do you do that? That's one sweet question some people want to know. You can also apply it to your sales invoice, your sales order, anything that has to do with money, computation, and prices. The first thing I'm going to do is add a field here called, I'll call it property price, then add another field called grand total, property price and grand total. Then add to the amenities. To the amenities, I'm going to add pricing to the amenities as well. To do that, just go to my property types, edit, come down straight to the property type. Sorry, not the property type. Go back to the doc type list. The property amenity item. So I want to add here is amenity price or amenity amount. I call it amount or price. Okay, I'll leave it as price. And here should be a currency field. If you're going to select a name, which is compulsory, you should also select a price. Okay. This should also be in quick entry. Allow in quick entry. Yes. Save. Then go back to the doc types. Go to the property itself. Go straight down. After these amenities, I want to have the section break. I'll give it a name, pricing. Then add a field called grand total. Then after this, the property, I want to add the field for property price. Should be a currency field. Then one more thing is should be mandatory. Then one more thing is insert below again a discount. Discount is not compulsory. Should be percent and save. So here we have the discount field added, the pricing section, the grand total, then the property itself has a property price. We can reload either of our properties. I think this property has no agent attached. I'm going to attach an agent 005, save. Okay, says value missing for property type stars. Already recognized it. First thing to do is reload. Okay, done reloading. I'll first add this agent to property 3. There was no agent before. And this first thing I'm going to add, this property price should be 100,000. Then okay, this seems to be 1,000, 100,000. Then I'll give discount of 3%. And this grand total should be automatically filled when this value is entered, when either of these values are the price, the discount, or even when you click on this save, it should also validate the pricing. Then at the same time, whenever we enter any of this, I want the price to be automatically fed in here. Okay. What about making this the pricing to also show on this item, right? We can do that by coming back to this property type, go back to your doc type, property amenity details, go down once it's open, add amenity price, call it currency, then expand, make it dependent on the amenity. It should not show except the amenity is selected. Then once selected, fetch if empty and fetch it from amenity dot amenity underscore price. That is from the amenity items we first added price to earlier, and no default value. Okay, save. Then reload these fields. I'm going to save what I have here first. So reload this field. And also make sure that this amenity detail is in list view as well. Expand in grid view. Whichever. Save. After reloading, you can check down on the amenities. You can see the price shows here, but it could not update because we have not made an update to this. If you reselect this, the price should automatically show. Okay, it says something. We have not added price to this yet. Select this outdoor kitchen. Outdoor kitchen cannot exist as flat. Okay, that was the previous validation. And deck, there is no price set for it yet. That's why we have 00. First thing I'm going to do is set up a price for our items. Going back to my doc type, property item, view. Okay, for the tennis court, I'm going to make the price 20. Oh, I'm going to make the price 20. Outdoor kitchen, make the price 100. Parking, make this one 30. Balcony, okay, I'll leave balcony as 0. I'll leave balcony as 0. Deck, I don't know what deck is, but I'll make it 10. Okay, go back to this and reload. Once reloaded, you test the amenities once more. You have this price. I want to change this price. You see this 30 automatically changed. Parking already exists. Okay, we have parking here before. Our rules still stand. Our rules in the custom scripting still stands. The rules we set up in the validation, this custom child table validation. Okay, we will still work with that. I'm going to select a tennis court, and the tennis court is 20. Then can update the parking. Parking is 0. There is one with 0, sorry, 30. Parking is 30. There's one with 0. Balcony is 0. Yeah. I'm gonna save this. You can see because the parking is 0, balcony is 0, that's why we have it set as 0. And this here we have the pricing as 100 and the discount is 3%. If all this is to be summed up and saved in this grand total, in fact this grand total should not be an editable field, it should be automatically filled in. Go back to your property. I'm gonna go back to doc type. Go back to the doc type. Go back to property amenity. Sorry, property itself. Then the grand total should be a read-only field. So it should not be a data field, in fact, it should be a currency field, but should be disabled. Read only. Okay, there's an issue here. It says truncated data for column grand total at row 1. First we save this as a currency, as a data field, and now we are about to save it as a currency field. So we can have this wherever, can have it redefined in the database. As for me, I'll just reload and save it again. Or if you can go to database and delete this grand total, I can delete this grand total from the table. What I can do next is reload this. Okay, after reloading, our field is hidden. We cannot see it because we have it as read only. But what I'll do is make it visible. Then once the page loads, we have that field disabled. I'll go back to the property, the grand total. I'll remove this read only. and save. Come back here while we calculate. We're still having that error. We still have this error, PyMySQL data error. We want to data truncated for column. In fact, the best thing to do is delete this grand total from the table and recreate it since we have no data there. Or since we are having a truncated error, another thing we can do is go back to the database and change the values. Okay, in my database, select name grand total from tab property. We have a null here, and since it is a null, we are meant to have should be a number value. We should not have null. Instead, we should have zero as a value. We can do update tab property. Why we have this button here is if there's a space between the name of the table, tab property set grand total is assigned 0.00, where grand total is equal to what? No. It says you are trying to you are using save update mode when you try to update a table without where clause in column. You can fix this by escaping this check and google that. This is not the answer. There is something you have to set in the database that will allow you to do it. Yeah, think is it set SQL save update equals to 0. This should solve the issue. And we run our code again. Beautiful. That seem not to have updated. They said grand total equals to 0 where grand total equals to null. Okay, nothing was changed at all. I'm going to remove that where clause or grand where grand total is not equal to 0. Rows matched 0. I'm going to remove this clause completely. Okay, 4 rows affected. I remove the where clause. 4 rows affected, and once I check, see everything here has been translated to 0.0, Go back to our property doc type. Try to save again. Okay, there's changes. A document has modified after you opened it. Reload the doc type and save once fully loaded. It has reloaded. This is currency grand total currency field. Save that again. Say no changes made. Since the document remains the same, I could just try to remove this L from here, save, to see if it will save with no issues. Okay, it's saved with no issues. That's because the fields were saved with no before, and I'll save that again. No issues. Check. At the same time, I want to be sure it is not a read only. Okay, that's it. We are done with that, and now we'll go on to the calculation. Reload this once more to be sure that our grand total field will show up at the bottom. Done reloading. Here is our grand total field showing as currency fields. And one more thing, we run straight to our calculation. This is 20 plus 20. I'll use the calculator. 20 plus 20, 20 plus 20 plus 0 plus this at the top here, property price 100,000. That is 104,000. Then adding this discount of 3%, that will give us 112, 100,040, 100,040 plus 100,000 100,040 multiplied by 3 divided by 100. Okay, no, not plus. This should not be plus. This should be a subtraction, not a plus. I believe. Okay, we subtract 3% from here. Then the total value we have left is 97,038. That is 3% of this value. That should be what we ought to have in this our grand total. But how do we do that using the custom script? You can do it using the Frappy controller, but on the front end, the user would like to see this happening once the value is typed in, not after the save button has been clicked. Okay, we get straight to work. Go to our JavaScript, the JS file. In this property, first I want to calculate it when this value is added from here. Okay, here I have Rapid.amenity and this amenity. Once amenity is added, what should I do? I also add this form.compute total of form, comma, raw. Then add this to the setup function. Click on this to know where you can see the underline here to know where this ended, the curly brace ended. It ended here. So I'm going to add a function after this check flat. No need for a comma. Compute total form.compute total. I'll take in is assigned function. I'll take in the form and the row. Then run through the entire child document. The total is assigned 0. Then for loop through the child table, compute total child table becomes form.doc.amenities dot for each. I'll just give it then the value total is assigned d dot. What do we have as the value for the d dot amenity price? D dot amenity underscore price total plus or total And once you are done with this, we have our total already updated. It will just scroll, it will come here, scroll through all of the items, pick up the total and add. We've already gotten the total for the amenities. Then look for the property price. This discount by default will have 0. Okay, go back. Then we have new total. Here we have let new total is assigned form.doc dot, what did we call it? Property price plus total to have the new total. Then if there is a discount, if there is a discount, then if form.doc dot, what did we call it? Discount. Discount is form.doc dot discount. Then we have that new total is assigned new total minus new total multiplied by form.doc.discount divided by 100. And once we are done with that, I want to check to see what we have in total. Then update the grand total field. Form.setValue grand total, comma, new total. And that's it. If there is any issue, we will debug. Reload to update the JavaScript. Okay, we have a little issue with our JavaScript and we will debug to know what the issue is. The page is not fully loaded. You can check the bottom to see if there will be a, a kind of error log. And it says unable to handle success response, syntax error, unexpected token dot. Well, I don't know where the dot is, but I'll check. Form.doc.properties. This D. Form.doc.amenities for each D. D.amenity price. Form.setValue grand total. Okay, I could debug it by first commenting this entire section out. Save, then reload. Okay, after reloading, the issue continue means that the issue is not here. Then the issue will have to be from this upper section. We have this correctly written. This is the issue. This is the issue here. Form dot is the issue we have. All you have to do is set this to a comma, not dot. Then uncomment this entire section out and save and go back and reload. Our form has fully reloaded and everything shows quite well now. And the first thing I'm going to do is I already have price fixed here. I already have discount here and amenities. First, I have not worked on removing amenities, but I've worked on adding an amenity. Did I? I think I did, but I'll check this back on it. Yeah, error. You have an error that says grab the entire record, let row, from door check flat, outdoor kitchen. There's a promise error console. Console is not a function. Yeah, very straightforward. Console.log. Very, 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 very straightforward. Reload. We go back again. We try once more. I remove this balcony. Okay. Add the balcony. And you can see this has been added right 97,048.5, and you can check our calculator 97,000. I'm getting 38.8 here, 48 here. I don't know why I'm getting 48 anyway, but at least you can see something is kind of working here. How about adding another one? I already have tennis courts. I already have, okay, should I add deck? 10. And you can see the value here changed as well, 95.8. How about when I remove an item? What should happen when I remove an item? What should happen? Okay, we'll try that out and see. Okay, assuming when a row is removed from this table, we want it such that as this row is deleted, we recompute the value of this grand total. I reloaded my page, that is why we don't have that, and I did not save it the last time. If you do this, I reload. First, we can reference the documentation. From the official documentation, come to form, form. Then on form, scroll down to child, custom form, child table event. On the child table event, you can see something called triggered when a row is removed from a table. Field name underscore underscore remove. But there's a trick to this. Some people may try to remove that field by going to the main doc type, then come down here and try to add the child, which is amenities. I say amenities underscore remove, then dot dot dot. This will not work. For this to work, come down to the table amenity here and write your function. First, I'm going to check. What I want is, once I come here, I delete. I want to get a status here that this field has been deleted. Okay, in your child doc type or in your child table, add that. What you should add is amenities. Amenities is the field name in the parent table, not the child. The parent table name is amenities, not the child, but you add the code in the child table, which is this, the type table, property amenities detail. You add it as the amenities underscore remove. Then you can write your function and grab your form, the child doc type and the child doc name. Then I want to console.log removed. Okay, to be sure that this will work, I save, come back here and reload. I'll run a test once this page completely reloads. It's done reloading. I'll clear this console, come down to my amenities section, try to delete this balcony, and I get this status here removed. I'll delete this one as well, removed. Delete this one as well, removed. Okay, now you see we have all removed this completely. And what next can we do? You recompute. Once you remove an amenity, recompute this. I may not need this row, just the form. Go to the top, remove the, from the setup, remove the row, save and reload. Done reloading, go down. I think best thing I'm gonna do is save this value first. I'll save the value, save it to the database first, save. So we can have the value in our database. Okay, saved. Now what's next? Try to delete this barcode, although it will have no effect on the values here. Then I'll delete this packing and you can see the value changed. How about deleting this last one? There will be an issue. Wow, 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 wow. You can see we have 97,000 here, which is the 3% out of this 100,000. So we have our values computed correctly, right? Okay, what about if we change the value of this 3%? Does it make any change? 5. No changes here. How about change this 100,000 to 1,000? No changes here. We can quickly do that. Go to this property itself, check where it ends here, add it next to it. The first one is property price and discount. Copy this and this. Then save. This way, once the property price is changed, it will recompute. Once the discount is changed, it will recompute. Reload and retry. Reloaded. Our value is 97,048. How about changing this to 7? Any change? Changed. 93,046. How about changing it to 5? Any change? 95,047. Thank you. How about changing this price here to 6,000? 60,000? Any change? See 7,500. So this all has changed. And the last thing I want to do here is copy. I want, whenever this discount is changed, I want to copy it over. That is for those that want to know how to copy from parent to child doc type. Whenever a child doc type is changed, I want the entire value copied into the child table. I want to have the discount value here. I want the entire thing copied to the child table. To do that, I'll go back to my doc type list. Property amenity detail. Add new field. Call it discount. And the type will be what? Percent. Save. Reload. Before that, also make sure that this percent shows in the grid, in grid view. Save. Then reload. Sorry, reload. Once done reloading, come down to this chart table. You can see the discount here showing, but I want such that once I change this discount here, it automatically copies over to this place. That can be done very quickly. Can add it immediately after this form.compute total. Call it copy discount to amenities. Form.copy discount. Please take note, set up your, you can add your functions to this setup or refresh, but whenever I refresh, the function will be recorded. I like to put it in the setup functions, setup method. I'll go back to form.copy discount is assign function form, then copy over the discount form.doc.amenities dot for each. If the amenities is empty, it will not execute. That's why we have for each. I'll give it a variable d, then pass the d into the function or the loop. Then for each of them, I'll have d dot discount. The d dot discount is this, each of them, the discount value is assigned form dot doc dot discount. And once we are done with that, we refresh form dot refresh field. I want to refresh the amenities, the entire amenities table, amenities, and save. Okay, we can try what we have just written, but first we have to call this function whenever our percent is changed, our discount is changed. Um, how about, okay, I want to copy it over before computing. I added straight to this discount. So whenever a change is made to discount, it first add this discount to this, then recompute the entire values. Reload. Time to test after reloading. Okay. We have 00000 here. I'll change it to 4 and okay, nothing happened. I'll try that again. 6, nothing happened. We're going to check why nothing really happened. We're going to check why. To do that, I'll add a print statement to the function. Come back here, reload. Once done reloading, we'll try once more to see if our values will be printed. Okay, I think it should be working. Let's see. It is working, but the values here did not update. Oh, it's updated, but something went wrong. This value updated. Just look at it very here. It's updated, but it did not update on this front end. We also check this one. It also updated to 7 because the value printed out here. You can see each of the form, the rows printed out here. But why did it not print out here? We can test to see why it did not print. We can go back to our source code to see the reason. And yeah, form.copy discount, form.doc.amenities, console.logd. I'll get rid of this since it is working. Then d.discount, form.discount, dot.discount, form.refresh with amenity. Oh, okay, amenities, not amenities. Save. I think this should save the day for us. Reloaded once more. Assume this is all on 00. I'll change this to 4, 6, okay? And beautiful. 6 change to 6. How about changes this to 8, 9, it changed to 9. Now we see how we can copy discount over. Think with this, we are done with this copy and some others. If there's more to be added to form in later, I will also make videos on it and add it to this. Thanks for watching and please do like and subscribe.